Hey everyone, this is Paul Gale from PaulGaleNetwork.com, and I'm doing something different today. For my discussion video, when should Nintendo release Mario Kart 9? I thought I'd bust out my old Go-Kart and go for a ride. Really let me think about this process, you know? Oh yeah, let's go baby. I don't even know if you can hear me, but this is my Go-Kart from back in 1988. I love this thing! Yeah! I don't know how much of a discussion video this is gonna be. You know, they say don't text and drive, but there's no rule about no live recording and what am I doing? Go-karting live, right? Yeah! Woo! So, let's do it, baby. This is, by the way, I don't know if you can hear me. Oh yeah, first of all, did you notice that? That's the Nintendo Havaianas collaboration, Mario and Luigi sandals. That's right, you know I represent. Let's turn right, let's turn right. Yeah! Woo! Man, I don't even know what I was talking about. Mario Kart. Yeah, I'm talking about Mario Kart, I guess. Oh man, I love this. So Mario Kart 8 came out for Wii U May 2014, okay? And then April 2017, almost 3 years later, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe came out for Nintendo Switch. You know, fast forward another 2.5 years later, we got a Mario Kart Tour that just came out on Android and iOS. It has some new courses, but, you know, is it going to count retroactively as a 9th installment? After all, not all Mario Kart games were titled, right? They kind of began that with Mario Kart 7, you know? Super Nintendo's original, Double Dash, 64, Wii, DS. These didn't have numbers on it. Later on with 7 for 3DS and 8 for Wii U, they were numbers. So Tour could end up being a 9th, possibly. And then, you know, they come out with Mario Kart 10 for Nintendo Switch or the successor, but I have a little bit of idea. Let me take another race. Yeah! Woo! I'll be back! That's too fun. It's just too fun. Look at my engine. Feel the power! Oh, that's what I was saying. So, a lot of my friends don't know this about me, but I drive my real car, you know, my Dodge Charger, my wife's Dodge Dart, any other vehicle that I take for a spin. I drive with my right foot on the gas and my left foot on the brake. That's because for years before, when I started driving as a kid in this very go-kart, that's how I learned how to drive. Of course, now my knees have to bend because I'm a lot taller, but this thing still supports my weight of like a 160, 165 pounds, whatever. And my knees just have to be a little bit more bent. But anyways, this is my go-kart, and I've been driving my whole early childhood, early teenage years of life before getting a driver's license like this. Left foot brake, right foot gas. Faster, more responsive. So that's why I do it. Anyways, back to the topic. I wouldn't mind seeing Nintendo incorporate the new courses from Mario Kart Tour in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, right? Include it as a DLC, whether it's paid, reasonably priced, kind of like the extra courses were made available later on via DLC for Mario Kart 8 originally on Wii, or free. Probably they're not free, let's be honest. They deserve, you know, something for it. They have to develop it after all, right? But the new courses, or regardless of new or not, but the courses not already in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe that are in Mario Kart Tour, release that for Nintendo Switch as a DLC update to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and I think that would be awesome. Then you wouldn't really need to have a new Mario Kart 9 for a while. But also, You see Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for Nintendo Switch month after month showing up in the top 10 best sales, top 20 best sales charts in North America, Europe, and Japan. So Nintendo doesn't really need to release a Mario Kart 9, right? But we should get one soon, yeah? Yeah! We should get one soon! Oh, I love this. If I drop my phone, that's kind of gonna suck, but I don't think I'll drop it. Well, hopefully not, right? But when should they do it? Oh, I've got an idea. Check this out. I think Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has a lot of juice left in the tank. But since the PlayStation 5 and Xbox 5 are coming out, you know, November/December 2020, if I were Nintendo, the biggest heavy hitter, the game that sells the most on Nintendo Switch and pretty much all Nintendo platforms actually, is Mario Kart. The Mario Kart franchise does the best job. I mean, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a massive seller on the Switch, and that's a glorified port/enhancement over the original Mario Kart 8 for Wii U, which was also the best-selling game on Wii U, right? So, if you want to compete and draw a little bit of attention away from the PS5 and Xbox 5 come next year, I would say if something like Breath of the Wild 2 or Ganon's Breath or Breath of Ganon, whatever it is, if that's going to be released next year, I would kind of stagger it. You know, especially if Microsoft and Xbox have two different release dates, not both middle of November. Like if one of them's mid-November and one's early December, I would release Zelda about 2 weeks before one of those two systems, and I would release Mario Kart 9 a couple weeks before one of the other two systems. For instance, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, November 1st, assuming that, you know, Xbox 5 comes out like November 15th. Assuming that PlayStation 5 comes out somewhere like, you know, December 10th, release Mario Kart 9 around November 27th. So internally, for Nintendo's own software, you know, Zelda and Mario Kart get about a 4-week gap between each other, but they're also about 2 weeks ahead of each of their competitors' respective consoles. So it really draws attention away. And that's also when I would release the Nintendo Switch Plus, the more powerful version of the Nintendo Switch. That's when I would do it. Take a little bit of the competition's oomph away, you know, a more powerful, beefier Nintendo Switch model. Still completely backwards compatible because it's not a full-on successor. It doesn't have any games exclusively in development for it, but it can handle all new content, all new games better, and maybe retroactively handle some previous games that developers could patch in, like higher frame rates, a better resolution, that kind of thing. But there's my answer. Mario Kart 9 to be released. I'm gonna call it, you know, something like early November to late November 2020. That's 14 months from now. A little less than 14 months. It doesn't really need it because sales are rocking. But before that decline starts to become too noticeable, pow! Release Mario Kart 9. That would be also, it already is the longest, but that would be, you know, to quite an extent, the longest gap between two Mario Kart games to have come out. From 8 to 9, or even like 8 Deluxe to 9, that's still going to be quite a good gap, because 8 Deluxe to 9 is still going to be like 3.5 years. But if you go back from 8 to 9, from May 2014 to, you know, November, December 2020, that's like 6.5 years. That's a long time. No other Mario Kart game has had that much of a time gap in between each other, I don't believe. So anyways, what do you think about my ideas about Mario Kart Tour and its courses, specifically its new courses not found in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for Nintendo Switch, having those courses come out as DLC for that game, for 8 Deluxe that is, in the near future, and or my other idea of Mario Kart 9 coming out holiday 2020. What do you think? Thank you for watching. I'm gonna go race some more. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Yeah! I love this thing, man. Thank you for watching. This is Paul Gale from PaulGaleNetwork.com signing down. Here we go.